Hey everyone, welcome back to TFAX, your ultimate destination for the latest buzz and mind-blowing stories from around the world. Today, we've got a thrilling lineup of 5 unique news stories that you won't want to miss. Let's dive right in. First up, we're taking you inside the world of Jeopardy, where a shocking finale left fans gasping. In a nail-biting episode, Mike Dawson pulled off an unbelievable gamble on the final question. What happened next? Well, you'll want to stick around for this twist. In our second story, Jeopardy! Fans were left fuming as Ken Jennings accepted an answer that viewers claim nobody even uses. Was it a fair call, or just an oversight? Let's break down the heated reactions that took social media by storm. Moving on to our third story, we have a contestant who won a staggering $1.4 million on a game show, but faced a shocking reality. Half of it went straight to taxes. What does winning big really mean? Let's talk about the financial implications of game show fame. Next, we take a look at a baffling moment on Jeopardy! That left fans in disbelief when all 3 contestants flubbed a clue related to the Wizard of Oz. How on earth did they miss it? Let's find out what went wrong in this hilarious meltdown. And finally, we hear from the charismatic Ken Jennings himself. The beloved host shares the heartfelt challenges of being away from his family while filming. What sacrifices does he make for the show, and how does he cope? Let's dive into his personal reflections. So, there you have it, folks. 5 unique stories that highlight the excitement and sometimes the absurdity of the game show world. Let's dive into our first story, where we witnessed a thrilling episode of Jeopardy! That kept fans on the edge of their seats. In a surprising twist during the episode that aired on April 7, returning champion Mike Dawson faced off against 2 new contestants, Aaron Lee and Taylor Maddox. The stakes were high, with Dawson aiming to defend his title after a fantastic previous performance. The episode kicked off with Dawson, a technology manager from Portland, Oregon, joined by Lee, a psychiatrist from Queens, New York, and Maddox, an IT specialist from Columbus, Ohio. Dawson entered the game with a one-day total of $21,601, and you could feel the tension as the contestants selected their categories. Dawson immediately showcased his prowess by locating the daily double on just the second clue, answering correctly and adding $3,000 to his lead. The clue, referencing a famous line from Julius Caesar, was a breeze for him. By the end of the first round, Dawson maintained his lead with $8,000, while Lee and Maddox struggled to catch up. As the game transitioned to the double Jeopardy round, the excitement escalated. Lee found herself in the spotlight after answering a daily double, gaining momentum with a correct answer regarding the Maldives. With the game swinging back and forth, the energy in the studio was palpable. However, it was Maddox who faced a major setback when he incorrectly answered a question referencing the band Kings of Leon, bringing his total down to 0. With both Dawson and Lee neck and neck heading into Final Jeopardy! The anticipation had never been higher. The final clue proved to be a brain teaser, one that left all 3 contestants stumped. Dawson answered with, "Who is Irving?" after wagering $8,001, but ultimately did not know the correct response, which was James Fenimore Cooper. Despite the blunder, Dawson emerged victorious with a 2-day total of $35,600, and fans lauded his impressive gameplay. The episode sparked a flurry of reactions online, with viewers expressing disbelief over the wagers and the final question's outcome. Many viewers echoed sentiments of sympathy for Lee, who had played exceptionally well throughout the game. The drama of Jeopardy! Continues to captivate its audience, proving once again why this game show remains a staple of American television. Stay tuned for more electrifying moments from the world of trivia. In our second story, the drama unfolded on social media as Jeopardy! Viewers expressed their outrage over a clue that many felt was completely unfair. During the same episode aired on April 7, fans were quick to react when host Ken Jennings accepted Aaron Lee's answer, referencing a slang term that seemed to baffle the audience at home. The clue in question came from the Scrabble scores category, reading, "A 2-letter 11-point Scrabble killer, za is accepted as a slangy shortening of this." When Aaron confidently answered, "Pizza," she was, in fact, correct. However, viewers took to social media to voice their frustrations, claiming that the term za is rarely used in casual conversations. One incredulous fan summed up the sentiment perfectly, tweeting, "I have never used za in my life. Jeopardy," while another added, "Nobody calls it za Jeopardy." The flood of reactions highlighted just how out of touch some viewers felt the clue was with everyday language. But the controversies didn't stop there. Earlier in the same episode, Jennings was also criticized for his handling of another answer. When Mike Dawson answered Blue Ivy to a clue about the youngest individual credited with a Grammy, Jennings seemed to hesitate. He prompted Dawson for more specificity, requiring him to clarify by saying Blue Ivy Carter for the answer to be accepted. This led to more uproar online as fans questioned whether the prompt was necessary, because there's only one famous Blue Ivy in the public eye: Beyoncé and Jay-Z's daughter. Fans unleashed their thoughts on platforms like Twitter and Reddit. One user quipped, "How many damn Blue Ivies are there, Ken?" While others echoed similar sentiments about the surprisingly stringent standard for Dawson's answer compared to Lee's earlier response. The engaging back and forth highlighted not only the excitement of the game, but also the high expectations and opinions that come with being a longtime viewer of Jeopardy! The episode was undoubtedly filled with tension, gripping answers, and the kind of controversy that begs for discussion, making it yet another memorable night in the world of trivia. As fans continue to debate, it's clear that Jeopardy! Remains a lightning rod for both admiration and criticism. Moving on to our third story, we shine a spotlight on an incredible experience from a Jeopardy! Contestant who found herself in a whirlwind of joy and financial reality. Rhone Taslma, a Chicago librarian, skyrocketed to fame after winning a staggering $1.4 million during her impressive 40-game winning streak, making her the second most winning player in Jeopardy! History, just behind the legendary Ken Jennings. While winning big is a dream come true for many contestants, Taslma learned the hard way that such financial windfalls come with significant tax implications. Following her historic run, she encountered a harsh reality. Nearly half of her winnings would go to taxes, drastically reducing her take-home amount. Experts in finance weighed in on the situation, noting that with her earnings classified as ordinary income, the tax bill would be hefty. A managing partner at a financial firm explained that, as a single filer with income exceeding $1 million, Taslma would fall into the highest federal income tax bracket, facing a rate of 37%. Adding California's state tax, which is among the highest in the U.S., would further chip away at her winnings, estimating her total tax liabilities to be around $621,000. In other words, after taxes, Taslma could potentially have just over $700,000 left from her monumental win. She would still have a fortune, but the reality of taxes put a different spin on her success. Despite the financial strain, Taslma expressed that her journey on Jeopardy! Was the most fun she had ever experienced. She described the sense of community and the positive feedback she received from viewers as transformative, significantly affecting her self-perception. Just to get so much positive feedback, so much support, and so much acceptance, it enabled me to look at myself on TV and think, "Oh, she's pretty, she's fun, what a likable person," she shared with a major news outlet. It's a tale that serves as both an inspiring triumph and a cautionary reminder. Excitement and joy can often come hand in hand with financial responsibilities. Rhone Taslma's story is a testament to the highs and lows contestants can experience on their game show journeys, and it has sparked conversations about the implications of winning big on reality television. Next up, we take a look at a baffling moment from a recent episode of Jeopardy! That left fans scratching their heads. The episode aired on April 3, and during the final Jeopardy! Round, 3 contestants, Mary Walheim, Alfred Wallace, and returning champion Bryce Wargen, were faced with a clue that referenced the iconic Wizard of Oz. The clue read, Bach is one of these fictional people, not as big as the grown folk, but neither were they very small. The expected answer was Munchkin, a term familiar to anyone who has seen the classic film or read L. Frank Baum's original book. However, to the shock of viewers, none of the contestants could come up with the correct response. Instead, they all struggled and took wild guesses. Walheim wagered $5,999 and guessed Lilliputians, drawing a parallel to the tiny inhabitants from Jonathan Swift's Gulliver's Travels. Wallace put up an impressive $10,000 but didn't quite finish his answer, writing down something incomprehensible, and Wargen, initially on the right track, eventually crossed out his answer of Lilliputians for dwarves. When host Ken Jennings revealed the correct answer, "What is a munchkin?" the audience erupted in disbelief. As it turns out, this clue was a prime example of how moments can slip past contestants, even when they're high-stakes players. The trio's incorrect guesses sparked a wave of reactions on social media, with many fans voicing their astonishment. One viewer wrote, "You're telling me not one contestant on Jeopardy tonight saw Wicked," referencing the popular musical that has reinvigorated interest in the Wizard of Oz lore. Another fan expressed their frustration, saying, "My entire household was shouting Munchkin." This unexpected flub became the subject of heated debate, as fans questioned how such an iconic reference could slip by not just one, but all three contestants. It's moments like these that remind us how unpredictable Jeopardy can be, and why it continues to capture the hearts of trivia lovers everywhere. Stay tuned for more stories from the captivating world of game shows. And finally, we turn our attention to the beloved host of Jeopardy, Ken Jennings, who recently opened up about the challenges he faces while filming the long-running game show. In a candid conversation during a taping, Jennings shared with the audience that being away from his family is the toughest part of his job. Jennings, who resides in Seattle with his wife, Mindy, and their two children, Caitlin and Dylan, revealed that while he enjoys his role, the distance and time spent apart can be incredibly difficult. Although he films Jeopardy! In Los Angeles, Jennings has no plans to relocate his family there, emphasizing that they have built a happy life in Seattle that they are content with. An insider at the taping reported, "Ken was honest about being away from his family being the hardest part of the job. He said that despite how tough it is, especially with his increasingly busy schedule, he remains committed to keeping his family established in their Seattle home." While Jennings juggles a demanding filming schedule, typically shooting multiple episodes in a day, he also takes pride in maintaining a balance between his professional and personal life. His steadfast dedication to his family is evident as he continues to return home to Seattle after his filming commitments. Jennings's vulnerability struck a chord with many fans, who appreciate not only his wit and charm on the show, but also his relatability as he navigates the challenges of balancing work and family commitments. The warmth and honesty he brings to his hosting duties have made him a beloved figure in the realm of television, and his openness about the sacrifices he makes for his career provides a deeper connection with viewers. As the legacy of Jeopardy! Continues with Jennings at the helm, his commitment to both the game and his family shines through, proving that even some of the most recognized figures face their own set of challenges. So, there you have it, a glimpse into the heart of a game show legend, reminding us all that behind the quizmaster is a dedicated family man just trying to do his best.